Yo, what's up? What's
What's up, my
up?
dude? What's
Talk a
good?
little talk a little NBA today, man.
Hello,
What you
NBA,
say?
man. Let's
What
get
you
after
say?
it.
I'm
Yeah, we're gonna
down.
talk about our teams, discuss where we at, the state of the league, going into All-Star weekend here pretty soon.
Yep.
So let's do it. My name's Corey Hill. Man, next to me, Brandon Hill, aka B Hill. We are the House of Idea. You've been here before. You know what it is. First time, Mikasa Sukasa. Get them, B.
You guys already know. If you're not already, hop down there. Join our House Divided family. We got plenty of room in this house. It's a big old house. Hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell so you guys can be up to date on all our newest and latest content. Also, if you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, hit that thumbs up button. That's going to help with the algorithm, get us out there on those platforms that we want to be on to be able to see for more people to view us. Sorry about that. Also, hop down there in those comment boxes. We want to hear from you guys. Good, bad, right, wrong, and different. We don't care one way or another. So, as always, Corey, I'm going to love this one. This is going to be a great show right here, man. NBA talk. Me and Corey know this NBA talk like the back of our hands. We're always chatting about it on the phone. We just been caught up in the football, everything else going on, college football. Now that that's going to start teetering off, though, you guys are going to be seeing a lot more NBA talk from us. We're 52 games in right now. Your team, the Boston Celtics, believe you're number one in the East right now. Best record in the NBA. I mean, y'all are nothing short of spectacular. You had a little 3-game skid there for a little bit, but then you beat us. You guys have kind of gotten back on track. You blew out last night. Who was it y'all blew out? Y'all absolutely dusted them. You dusted them boys. Like,
The
oh
Nets,
my.
man.
That
Sorry.
was that whoa.
It was 46-16 at one point in the first quarter, dog. It was a thrashing. We couldn't miss from three. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown was just taking turns. It was a thing of beauty, bro. They had no chance. I don't care who you. If they could have had KD, it wouldn't have been a chance.
No.
Sorry.
No. KD wasn't making up that difference. No way. No way. Just not happening. I mean, y'all are scary, man. You're a complete basketball team. And I mean, did you have Marcus Smart back yet? Or is he still
Marcus
out?
Smart. No, he was out. We had the Tom Lord play, though, so I was happy to see Big Williams out there.
Yeah, I was about to say, y'all had him back.
Protecting the rim. He's such a monster, bro. He covers so much ground.
He makes a difference.
So much
he definitely,
ground, bro.
But, I mean, he kind of takes y'all from Eastern Conference contender to championship contender. You need that guy come playoff time. You're going to need him to be down there to be disruptive, especially whenever you go up against the Philadelphia 76ers with Joel Embiid. You're going to need somebody that's going to be able to guard that dude. I mean, who else you got out there in the East that I'm not thinking of right now that could potentially – I mean, you're going to have to worry about the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're playing some pretty good basketball. I mean –
if we hold this one spot, bro, that's what we'll probably see in the second round. Oh, that's going to be such a tough matchup. I can see that going 6. I can see it possibly going 7, man. They got that good of a team. I would like to think that we can dispose of them in 6, but that's a team I'm definitely worried about playing second round.
I wouldn't want to play them. I wouldn't want to play them at all. I mean, realistically,
it's either going to be them or the Sixers. If the Sixers fall, the Bucks. I mean, shoot. If you're looking at the standings right now, the Nets are 4. I think they're going to keep slipping. I think the Cavs are going to slip up into that 4 spot, dog. Or
really?
76ers might fall back to 4.
Let me look here. That's tight. That's tight right there. Whenever you go from like 2 to 5 right now is only separated by 3.5 games.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't know where it's going to fall.
After that, there's
room for error, though.
I mean, after that, though, you got the top 5. I mean, you might throw – I mean, I'm throwing the Miami Heat in there just because of Spoelstra. You can't never sleep on the Miami Heat, especially come playoff time. That team just knows how to win basketball games. But after that in the Eastern Conference, I mean, you're 7 through 10. That's a significant drop-off. Significant. I mean, the New York Knicks, the Hawks, the Wizards, and the Bulls, they're nice, but you know what I'm saying?
I don't see any of those teams winning the first-round matchup against the top 4 seeds.
And to be honest with you, My top 4 right now, of course, I've got y'all. You and the Bucks are just, it's one or the other. Take your pick. I'm going to roll with the Boston Celtics as much as I absolutely hate to do that because y'all see what's on my chest right here. I'm a Laker, die hard. But, I mean, you just got proofs in the pudding. It's right there. You got the Boston Celtics, the Milwaukee Bucks, and then the Sixers. Those are my top 3 teams. The Brooklyn Nets are right there on the outside. If they can get a healthy KD, and possibly, they're going to be active in the trade deadline. They're going to make a trade, try to make a move to bolster that roster. The Cleveland Cavaliers, though, I kind of see them as a little better version than the Utah Jazz with Donovan Mitchell. It's kind of same old with them. If they get caught up in a first-round matchup, like let's say that it ended today and they got caught up in a first-round matchup with the Brooklyn Nets, and Kevin Durant was healthy, Kyrie, are you telling me you're picking the Cleveland Cavaliers over the Brooklyn Nets in a 7-game series? I'm not. No way. Darius Garland, Jared Allen, they're not ready for all that. They're just not.
Forget that they with their new addition, man. I think they're really dangerous. I don't think that's a team you really want to count out, bro.
Don't think it goes 6 games. 6 games at most, Corey, if they played the Nets. The Nets will beat them. They will. Kyrie playing the way he's playing this season, Kyrie is absolutely balling.
Donovan Mitchell's he's a problem too now. I'm telling you, he's got playoff experience.
Yeah, in the first round. They've
been in the second round one time.
You sure about that?
Yeah. They lost to the Clippers. The year the Suns won the West, they lost to the Clippers in the second round. The Clippers went on to play the Suns in the conference finals, and the Suns beat them.
You're right. The Suns got lucky that year. AD got hurt. I'm just saying. We had them.
Y'all were up 2-1 in the series. Yeah.
We had them. AD got hurt, and then the wheels just fell off of that thing. But it is. I digress. No, but when you're looking at that, I don't know. It's y'all or the Bucks, man. Because I just don't think that the 76ers, James Harden come playoff time. I mean, I've seen it too many times. The dude just becomes a totally different player. He's not ready for those moments. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. This is going to be the year that you're going to hear Joel Embiid talk so much trash on James Harden when they lose in like the second round. Watch. Because Joel Embiid, I love that dude. He just never holds back. He says exactly what is on his mind. I mean, so it's y'all or the Bucks, man. That's going to be my Eastern Conference Finals pick. I got y'all or the Bucks. And it's going to be, if you had to hold my feet to the fire that time of the year, I might give a slight edge to the Bucks. And me and you are going to argue about this, and that's perfectly fine.
That's fine. But I think a lot of people would. We already beat them on Christmas Day. We kind of gave them the business on Christmas Day. Now, granted, they didn't have their second best player, Chris Middleton, but it is what it is.
No, you keep saying that. No, you keep saying that. It's not. It is what it is. That's a big piece to their basketball team. That'd be like taking Jaylen Brown off of y'all's squad. So stop it. Start putting some respect. You need to start putting some respect on that man, Chris Middleton's name. You need to stop. You're disrespectful.
I'm not disrespectful. You can't sit here with a straight face and tell me that Jaylen Brown and Chris Middleton are the same player.
Not saying that. I didn't say they was the same. I'm saying the meaning to their basketball team. No. He is the second best player on the Bucks team.
I'd take Drew Holiday over Chris Middleton.
Oh God.
I would take Drew Holiday right now. If I had to keep one of the two, if I was the Bucks, I'd keep Drew Holiday. I'd let Chris Middleton walk. I'm sorry. I'm not a Chris Middleton fan, obviously. I think he's a really good basketball player. He's been in a couple All-Star games. He's a solid player. He ain't Jaylen Brown, bro.
No, I know, but to his team. I'm not. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying here. I'm not saying he's Jaylen Brown.
It's not that big of a loss. It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
I understand exactly what you're saying. It's not that big of a loss. It's just Chris Middleton. I'm just saying.
You're a hater.
I'm not that impressed. I'm not hating, bro.
You are. You're hating. Hater.
He's a great player, man.
Sipping on some.
Not,
he got that gold medal. He got an NBA championship. So you're right. Jaylen Brown isn't Chris Middleton. He doesn't have a ring. Go get a ring and then holler at me. Go get a ring and holler at me. That's all I'm saying. Get a ring. Get a ring.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Hey. But I don't want to see y'all get a ring because we tied at number 17 right now. We need to keep it that way.
We're about to get 18, bro.
Y'all get it before we get 18. I would agree with that 100%. 100%. But
let's talk about this West. What are we looking at in the West here?
That's a whole different ball game. That right there, the Western Conference, man, from the 13 seed all the way up. Let's just go up to the 3 seed. It's separated by 5.5 games, Corey.
Yep.
13-3. My Lakers are sitting there at 25-28 right now. Something I have to say. It's happened probably 3 or 4 times this year. It's the refs against the Lakers this season in the NBA. They're absolutely trash. Y'all
on a 2-game win streak. Y'all on a 2-game win streak. Y'all just won tonight. Who did y'all beat? Y'all beat the Pacers. Come back. Y'all beat the Knicks a few nights ago, 2 nights ago, I believe.
Yeah. That was nice in Madison Square Garden. LeBron had a triple-dub.
Yeah, great player, man. If you want to talk about the game, what happened Saturday night, we can hop into that real quick.
Oh, you know I do. I'm chomping at the bit for it, be honest with you.
All right, go ahead.
That was crap. That was absolute crap. Y'all cheated. Y'all are some cheaters. I hate everything green. I hate everything green. I hate that it was in Boston. That if that would have been against like the Phoenix Suns or the Memphis Grizzlies or the Nuggets or anybody else, it still would have hurt, but it wouldn't have hurt as bad. Because the Lakers in that basketball game, we were the better team that day. We were better than you guys that night. We played a better overall basketball game than you guys that night. We wasted a 15-point game from Patrick Beverley. We wasted it. Braun dropped 41, 9, and 8. I mean, and then he smacked him on the arm. The dudes, LeBron was going up for the layup, my guy. Going up. Look, this is what happened. When the ball, look, are you telling me LeBron's an air ball and a layup? No,
maybe.
He's not.
He could. He's human.
He got smoked. And the play before that on the other side of the floor, whenever they called that foul on Jaylen Brown, when Jaylen Brown got that and one and y'all tied the game up, when that happened, that was a way softer foul than what the one Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, here's what it was. Jason Tatum knew LeBron was about to hit that layup and it was about to be a game winner, so he fouled him on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose. Yeah, that's what you're
and they didn't call it.
Not our problem.
No, I appreciate that. It's not your problem. Well, it kind of is, though, because you had them damn barbershop guys up the street from the TD Garden. That's what happened. That's what it was. And we're over there on that Boston Celtics bullcrap jive that y'all on. I mean, but both of these games, this is why I have optimism, though, for my Lakers basketball team. If we can stay healthy, and I think that, I mean, they're going to make a trade, Corey. It's just a matter of what they're going to do and who they're going to trade for. There's a few packages out there, which me personally, I'm one of those that, like, get rid of a Patrick Beverley and put a first-round draft pick in there and go get a Bojan Bogdanovic from the Pistons.
Are you one just for shooting purposes?
I'm a shooter guy. We don't need, my personal opinion, we don't need to go make that Bulls trade that's been rumored with Russell Westbrook for Zach LaVine. Don't do that.
Would, yes.
Because you would?
Yes.
You would go get Zach LaVine?
Yes. Hell yes. He's averaging 23.7 this year. Last year, he was an all-star. Trying to pull up his last year's stats. Good grief, man. This dude is such a way more better player and something that y'all need right now on that roster, bro. You can't tell me it's not. Somebody averaging 23 points a game, and it's a bad year for him. This is a down year for him. He's going backwards, and he's averaging 23 points a game.
There it is.
He's a bucket. He's a dude who can get a bucket.
I'm not saying that he's not, and I'm not saying that he wouldn't be a good addition. I get that. But I'm not giving up both my first-round picks and Russell Westbrook. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Russell Westbrook's off the books this offseason, Corey. That's $43 million in cap space that's opened up. You make that trade for Zach LaVine, he's owed $180 million over the next 4 seasons. And name me the last time Zach LaVine played a season over 60 games.
Shit, I don't know that. I can't.
You can't. You can't. You have to really think about it.
I'm looking at it right now. 2021, he played 67 games, averaged 24.
What did he do last year, though? He missed some games
That was last year.
Okay, 2021. Okay, so he played 67 games.
2020, he played 58 games, but that was a shortened pandemic season. 2019, he played 60. 2018, he played 63. So he's giving you right at 60-plus games a year. He's going to play 60-plus this year.
I wish I could get that out of AD. So, no.
This is his career averages, though. 2019, 25 a game. 2020, 27 a game. 2021, 24 a game. This year, 23 a game.
No, I'm not. Hey, he's a bucket.
Percentage. He's a 37% shooter this year from 3. Last year, 38.9. The year before that, 41.9. 38 and 37. So he's a career 38% three-point shooter. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You're going to get a known commodity for the next 4 years, B. Why do y'all want to hold on to those picks so much? I'm so confused.
It's not necessarily. It's not about the picks, really, Corey. It's just simply, does he make us a title contender?
Yeah. This year, with him and AD and LeBron?
If they stay healthy. If they stay healthy, though.
He's not going to turn the ball over like Westbrook. He can play within the offense. Ooh-wee.
No, I get it. Hey, on paper, it looks nice. It really, really does. I mean, you got Dennis Schroeder, Zach LaVine, LeBron, AD. I mean, throw Rui in there. Hachimura. I mean, put him in the starting 5. I mean, that's a solid starting 5. Don't get me wrong. Don't. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because
you want to have 3 players that can get you 23 on a given night.
Just
you can't say that about Westbrook. Westbrook can get you 23.
We'll throw Pat Bev in there, and y'all go ahead and toss us back Caruso and make our makeup up, and I'll be good with it. I'll take Zach LaVine then. I'll take Zach LaVine then.
Caruso, my guy.
I'll take
him no more.
Man, that was so dirty what they did to that man. I still
you don't deserve him.
No, we do though. We do.
No,
let us get off.
No,
hey, let it. Austin Reeves is our get back on that. Be all right. He can shoot better too than Caruso.
Austin Reeves.
Hey, don't you hate? No, I'm about to say, don't hate. He been hurt here these last couple weeks, and I miss that guy. He plays with energy, effort, and his plus and minus is one of the best in the league. So. I don't care.
He's a good player for y'all. He ain't no Caruso, but he's a good player.
Yeah, not on the defensive side, but he's a better offensive player than Caruso is right now.
Yeah. But y'all need defense, bro. Y'all need a guy that can lock somebody down. I don't think y'all have that. I'm not talking about AD as just a rim protector, you know what I mean? But like on the perimeter, somebody that can just put clamps on you, I don't know.
We got some play. I don't know. Pat Bev, Pat Bev's been playing a lot better here as of late. He's not looking like a dang every time he shoot. I was wanting Russell Westbrook to shoot the ball from 3 over Pat Bev earlier this season, like the way things was looking.
Yeah.
And that says a lot right there.
That ain't good.
We just need we need a shooter, man. We need a couple shooters. Yeah. That's what we need. I don't know. That's where I'm at with it.
Look, I think you get Levine, get a shooter regardless. I don't care who you get, but you guys are 3 games out of the 7th spot, right? If it started today, Phoenix Suns 7, Utah 8, Golden State 9, Pelicans 10, and then see you in the Trailblazers in that 11, 12, 13 spot, right?
Right.
So it's still jumbled up. Y'all still got a lot to work with. You get a shooter, man. Y'all can easily pass up the Jazz. I think you can get to that 6th or 7th spot, I believe, or maybe even 5.
I'm gunning for that 5. I want to be in the 5 or 6. I don't want to mess with this dang play-in stuff. I want to be 5 or 6 comfortably in the playoffs, and then you give me if I'm a 6 seed and you give me a first-round matchup with the Sacramento Kings, give it to me. I would love that. I would love that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and the way that LeBron James is playing, it's unquestioned. We have never seen this. 38 years old, and the dude, since the day he turned 38, is averaging 35, 10, and 9. Just stop it. LeBron James, man. He really is. And he's dealing with a bum ankle right now, too, or a foot, left foot, whatever. I don't really think that stuff's real. I think they just say that so that he can get his little load management on. But that's another thing. That's one thing right there. When is LeBron going to sit out? What games is he going to miss? Who's he going to pick to miss? You know what I'm saying? Because
I think he's going to play more than people think. I don't think he's going to sit out too much because there's not much wiggle room coming up after this All-Star break. It's only going to be like 30 games left.
See, I didn't think he was going to sit against the dang it's actually only 29 games left. I didn't think he was going to sit against the Brooklyn Nets the other night, Corey, and he did.
Yeah.
Him and AD both did. And it's like, with this being as close as it is, though.
I think they look, as a staff, you would think that Darvin Ham and his staff sat there and looked at the rest of the schedule and put out a game plan. You know what I mean?
That's absolutely fair.
I think, it's an East Coast roadie. Y'all on a 5-game East Coast road trip. So you're out of your time.
2-2 right now.
And then in this road trip. Back because you guys had to play the Knicks the next night. So I think that was a smart move by them by sitting them.
Yeah. They've done that all season. LeBron's pretty much, he hasn't played, but I think like 1 or 2 of the back-to-backs, if I'm not mistaken. And I think there's people out there that are saying, because if you look at the schedule, you see what we got coming up. LeBron James, what did he score tonight? Let's take a look here, because he was 89 points behind Kareem coming into this game tonight. And he scored, I think it was like 26, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look here. He scored 26 tonight. So 89 minus 26, you got 63 points left for him to pass Kareem. So you got the Pelicans, and then I think that's their last road game. Pelicans, hang on here. Let me look at this. I'm out of it right now.
He'll do it in the next 2 games.
I mean, he has to. 63, so if he drops, say 30.
30 or 33 this game, and then do it again, 30-something the next game. 30.
But and the next game's going to be against the Thunder.
Yeah, come on, man.
So,
2 games.
I mean,
he's going to do it against the Pelicans and the Thunder. 2 games.
They got. I mean, hell, the Pelicans is on ESPN too. The Tuesday game, Oklahoma City's on TNT. The Milwaukee game on Thursday's on TNT. And then the Golden State Warriors is on ABC.
He'll get it done by the Milwaukee game. By the Milwaukee game, it'll be over.
It's got to be.
If he don't do it in the next 2 games, it'll be in Milwaukee.
Is he going to sit out? I would love to see him do it Tuesday. But does he play Saturday night against New Orleans?
I think he does.
Because as of right now, with the way the Pelicans are playing, I think they've lost like 8 or 9 straight or something like that. The Pelicans are absolutely on a torrential downfall. I think that we might be able to possibly get the Pelicans without LeBron.
I would play LeBron.
I would too.
Don't play with your food.
I would too. And especially whenever you look at the standings, we're right there behind the Pelicans. This is a big game. They need to get this W. We were talking about it. You got the Pelicans, the Thunder, Milwaukee, Golden State, and Portland. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you got the New Orleans Pelicans after that going into this All-Star break. New Orleans, I say we beat New Orleans at New Orleans. I say we beat OKC. I think Milwaukee is going to give us a tough game. I think they're going to get us. And I think we lose that one to Golden State. But then if we can close out and win Portland and win against the New Orleans Pelicans and finish up 4-2, I think is what we talked about going into the All-Star break. That's going to be huge. It's going to be absolutely huge. It's going to be what we need. We're sitting at 25 and 28 right now. I just want to see them get above that 500 mark, Corey. That's what I'm looking, because we've been like right there 3 to 4 games under 500 like all season long.
Right.
We need
to get
to
over that hump.
Got to. And I think that they will. I think they will. So they asked AD tonight though. Let's jump into this. Let's look at this the All-Star rosters. Let's take a look at this All-Star game that they got coming on. How do I get to the NBA here to where I can look at these rosters? Hang on.
Did they ask AD about it?
Huh?
Did they ask AD about not making it?
Yeah, and you know what he said? He said, I'm all right. He said, I'm going to go home and enjoy some time with my family and rest. Which I'm like, amen, brother. You don't need to be I don't want him to play in the All-Star game. You just sit. Sit down and you just chill. For real. Go get a couple bottles of tequila from LeBron. Go get some of that Lobos tequila or whatever it's called. And, yeah, you just need to chill. So, looking at these.
I got it pulled up. You want me to?
I got mine. I got mine pulled up too. Who's your biggest snub?
Look, I'll talk about the East snubs, and you can kind of talk about the West snubs. I think out of the East, definitely number one from the New York Knicks. I don't see how Brunson doesn't make it. Now I'm gonna say the reserves right now: Bam Adebayo, Jaylen Brown, DeMar DeRozan, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Halliburton, Drew Holiday, Julius Randle. I think that's a solid reserve list. I would like to have seen Brunson on it. If I had to take somebody off for Brunson.
That's what I was about to ask.
Probably be, if I want to stick to a guard, probably Drew Holiday.
That's tough.
Or if I'm keeping Drew, then maybe DeRozan. I like Tyrese Halliburton. I think he deserves to be on the squad.
No, Tyrese Halliburton's a baller.
Yeah, so I would have to drop DeRozan or Drew. Not saying that they're not deserving, but I think Brunson should have been on the team.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
And I'm kind of iffy on Julius Randle too. Now the coaches picked this team. Is that right?
Fans, reserves? They vote. The fans vote for it.
No, I thought the fans. I thought they impact the starters voting, but
3 voting groups determine the starters: fans, NBA players, and media panel.
That's just the starters, though.
Yeah.
I thought it was different for the reserves. I thought the coaches picked the reserves. I don't know, but
I mean, you look.
Julius Randle for me is iffy. So
Julius Randle. I watched him the other night whenever they played my Lakers, and he plays hard. I mean, he definitely plays hard. One thing he's never done, though, and if he could do it, he would take his game to the next level, is get a right-handed layup. Like, he just goes left all the time. That's all he has. If he could ever learn how to switch it up and go with his right hand on a consistent basis and make the defense respect both ways, that would open his game up completely to another level. But he doesn't. Right. So I'm with you. I think I'm taking a Julius Randle off this squad, and I mean Brunson's the best player on the Knicks, is he not?
I think he is. I think the numbers show it. I don't know. I don't see how he didn't make it. I just don't see how he didn't make it.
I agree. I mean,
Another
I would
big
even
name
argue
that they're
maybe
saying
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
Ahead.
I was just going to say
another.
Go.
It's the delay.
It's all you, brother. It's all you, brother. No, it's all you, brother. Go for it.
Because I was about to talk about James Harden, so if you had one more point.
I was just going to say, and you can also argue that you take Bam Adebayo off that squad too, because I've just never been sold on that dude. He's nice, but my snub over there was Jimmy Butler, and I know he's been injured, everything else, but Jimmy Butler's an absolute dude, and him not being a part of the All-Star game just doesn't make any sense to me because he's clearly a top 10 player in the Eastern Conference. Clearly.
How many? He's had to have missed a lot of games. I'm not sure how many games he's missed, but for him to be out, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just ain't playing as solid as he was last year. I think. They've been struggling. He'd have been up and down this season. They're 3 games out from not even being in a play-in. So I think I saw Bam play twice. At both times I saw him, he had 30 points. So I think he's gotten a little better offensively this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you have anything else you wanted to point on before I jump into these Western Conference reserves?
No, Brunson and him. Other one was James Harden. A lot of people saying he should have made it. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think there's nobody on that team I would take off for James Harden. Maybe even Randall, like I said earlier. But I think I would keep DeRozan over Harden for sure.
Okay. On my side, the Western Conference, you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Damian Lillard, you got Paul George, Lauri Markkanen. That dude is a freaking baller. I like that white dude. He has game. Ja Morant, it's about time they got this right. They got this man on the All-Star team this year. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Domantas Sabonis. That's another guy. The Sacramento Kings, I still can't believe the Indiana Pacers let that guy go for absolutely peanuts on the dime. So it was just absolutely, utterly ridiculous. My biggest, snub, Anthony Edwards from the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. How does he not get on the All-Star team? That's the Ant-Man. That dude is an absolute baller over there. You know what I'm saying?
Who would you take off for him, though? That's the thing. Who are you going to drop off?
Paul George.
PG?
I'm not sold on PG, man. Never have been.
I drop him off, too,
I mean, that might be controversial, and most people might push back on me on that, but I agree with
you, actually. I'd take him off.
Because I'm not taking Ja Morant. I'm not taking Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm not taking Sabonis off. I'm damn sure not taking Damian Lillard. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is arguably a top 5 guard in the league this year with the way he's been playing. Guard.
I thought he could have been starting I thought he could have been one of the starters for the West.
I mean, and let's jump into that. I'll name the Western Conference that got voted as starters. You had LeBron James, of course. You had Nikola Jokic. You had Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic, and Zion.
Yeah.
This is where the fan vote I'm not saying Zion's not a talented player, but if you're not going to have a Jimmy Butler in on the other side because of injuries, you're not going to let AD in because of injuries, then why do we got Zion sitting there as a starter? Yeah, NBA needs to take a look at this. They really do. But who am I taking out?
I don't think he missed as many games as the other two. He still missed a lot of games, but at one point the Pelicans had the number 1 seed, 30-something.
No, they did. They did
almost 40 games, and then, like I said, they've been on the skid because he's been hurt. He's missed the last 11, 12 games. You can make an argument with missing 12. I don't know.
I'm not saying that he shouldn't be on the All-Star team. I'm just saying he shouldn't have been a starter.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Zion's not an All-Star because he's an All-Star player. I just don't believe when LeBron, Jokic, Curry, and Doncic, and then you go to Zion. He's talented, and his talent is second to none. Don't get me wrong. But that's where I would have liked to see a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with a Steph Curry and a Doncic. That would have been nice. Now, however, these are just the starters out of the Western Conference. The captains, Giannis and LeBron, they're going to pick between these players. So, like, it's not going to be West versus East like they used to. But I'll let you jump into this Eastern Conference starters.
Real quick before we leave the West, another person I thought could have been on the team, bro. De'Aaron Fox, bro, for the Kings.
Yep.
I think that dude should have been on the All-Star team. If I had to drop somebody for him, I don't know who in the hell I would drop. Probably Paul George, but Paul George plays, forward.
We already said Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is on there. Anthony Edwards and De'Aaron Fox. Yeah. Who's the two you're taking out? Ooh, that's tough. That's tough.
You can't take Jai out. You can't take Lillard out. You can't take Shea out.
It might be Jackson. It might be Jackson.
Yeah, but I think they set it up to where you had to have a couple bigs in there.
And Markkanen might be that odd man out, but he's been balling this year. You can't do that. Never mind.
Okay, here it is. The 30 NBA coaches select the 14 reserves, voting for 2 guards, 3 front court players, and 2 players at any position in their respective conferences. So the coaches had to pick 2 guards, 3 front court players, and then 2 players from any position.
Well, then that makes sense where Shai Gilgeous and Damian Lillard got on there.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. No, that absolutely. I mean, that's lethal. That was reserves. My God.
All right, here's the East starters. Not LeBron. I'm tripping. Jason Tatum, my boy. Donovan Mitchell, that dude I was telling you about in Cleveland. Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and of course, the Greek Freak. Now, Durant's not going to play, so I think, I honestly think they're going to move Joel Embiid up, and I think they're going to take one of these Eastern Conference guys that we were talking about earlier. So like maybe if Brunson makes the team, or maybe somebody else, one of those other snub players, will make the reserves now because Kevin Durant won't play.
That's kind of surprising, though, to me that I mean, has Donovan Mitchell had a better year than Jaylen Brown? But this is when but the best players don't always start in the All-Star game, though, just simply because it's a fan perspective vote.
Right.
So, I mean, let's be real. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan. But LeBron, he got the most votes. Has he been the best player this season, MVP right now? No. He's close. He's in top 3. Yeah. Top 3 at least. But he's not
top 5, top 3.
But he's not my winner though. But I mean that's just to kind of point that out. I would have taken a Donovan Mitchell out of there and started a Jaylen Brown because I think Jaylen Brown has been one of the best guards in the league this season. You sold me on him a little bit as the seasons went on, and I've watched him, I've given him his opportunity and his chance. Like, okay, let me see. And dude's a baller, man. He's just a baller. Y'all got you. Yeah. You need to keep those 2 guys over there in Boston. Don't let them go.
Yeah, and to think we were talking about trading them and splitting them up last year.
Y'all been doing that. Y'all tried to trade that man like 2 or 3 different times.
Stupid. They need to stop trying to do that. But here's your answer to your question for Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown. Donovan Mitchell, 27.6 a game. Jaylen Brown, 27 a game. So he's only averaging 0.6 more points.
But if you had to pick on your Celtics, so you want Jaylen Brown or you want Donovan Mitchell?
Jaylen Brown.
There you are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just an all-star game. They're not going to play any damn defense. I mean, a guy could come off here at the reserves and win the MVP. Who's your MVP pick in this game? And whose side do you see winning it? But I mean, I know the teams ain't picked yet. You see Team LeBron or Team Giannis winning it, though?
Team LeBron hadn't lost one yet, so I'm going to go with Team LeBron. I think the MVP will probably be Luka Doncic.
Oh, if he picks Luka, that'll probably be his first pick if LeBron gets, because I think LeBron's the top vote getter, so he'll probably pick Luka first. That'll probably be his first go-to.
Well, here's your question. Who would you pick first?
Luka.
Luka?
Hey, when the season started, he was my early season MVP pick, so I'm sold on Luka. Yeah. Luka's a baller, dude. That man just... And he's got those Dallas Mavericks looking pretty good right now. They're starting to take the identity of their head coach, you know. And that Christian Wood pickup that they had, they lost Jalen Brunson.
About him. Yeah.
That was big because it gave them, as opposed to a Dwight Powell. Now, no disrespect to Dwight Powell, but now you got a guy at the 5 position that can step out, stretch the defense, and he can drive it to the hoop on him. Christian Wood's been nice for them, and 53 games into the season, you're starting to see that gel and mesh. Him and Luka are starting to get on the same wavelength. I mean, man, they got some pieces over there. So I like that pick for Luka as the MVP. I'm going to go a different direction here, though, and I'm not even going to look at the starters. I'm going to go down here in the reserves. I think it's going to be Team LeBron. And I think if he doesn't pick Ja Morant, he's absolutely ridiculous. But I think he's going to pick Damian Lillard. But I got Ja Morant as my MVP in this game. I think Ja is that. No, I take that back. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's going to be my pick. Shai. I like what he's been doing this season. He looks good for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're right there. When the Lakers come to town in March, I'm going to be in that building. I hope my Lakers are still in contention so that I get to see LeBron and AD both play this season. That would be really, really nice. So just being over here in Norman, I'm just about 25 minutes away from OKC Thunder Stadium, so I might go pull up in there in an old Paycom Center. So, man, but this NBA season, this last 29, 30 game stretch, depending on how many of your teams got, this is going to be a run to the finish line. You guys a little bit more comfortable than we are sitting up there as a top seed right now. I mean, you're more comfortable than we are right now. I mean, I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but whenever I look at the West, you've said this to me. If my Lakers can just get in this dance,
y'all gonna be a problem.
I don't see a team up here just looking. The one team that would scare me the most is a healthy Golden State Warriors team. That's the only team, just because matchup-wise, we don't match up well with them. But if you, I mean, if I draw a first-round matchup against the Nuggets, we can beat the Nuggets. Jokic don't want AD healthy. He never has. AD always owns Jokic. You know what I'm saying? The Memphis Grizzlies, that would be a tough one, but I would take us against the Grizz. I'm taking us against the Kings. I'm damn sure taking us against the Clippers, although the Clippers have had our number. I might not want to see them. The Dallas Mavericks would be another team that would scare me, but I feel like we can beat them. I mean, it's just right up through there. I mean, you got LeBron and AD as your top 2 players. There's not any other team in the Western Conference that could say their top 2 players are better as a pair than AD and LeBron. Healthy.
No, there's nobody.
Healthy.
There's nobody.
And in the playoffs, players make plays. So it comes down to that, because in the playoffs, when you're in a 7-game series, you know just as well as I do, Corey, the other team come into game 3, game 4, they know what you're going to do. Their game plan to exactly every single play that you're going to run. Yeah. Your players have to make plays, and your Jimmies have to be better than their Joes. That's what ultimate matchups are what wins playoffs. So it's going to be interesting. It's definitely ain't going to be our last NBA show, though, before the season ends. But my Lakers got a W tonight, man. We're 25-28. We're only sitting there. We're literally 3.5 games out of the 4 spot, 5.5 games out of the 3 spot. So anything can happen. It's either, I'm just going to call it now, it's either going to go up or we're just going to fall the hell off the face of the earth. It's going to happen one way or another. There's not going to be any in between. So that's where I'm at with my Lakers right now.
Going up. I think y'all got a shot, man.
I hope so. I mean, we've played a lot of there's probably about 10 to 15 games I can look at off our schedule that could have went the other way and we could have won that dang thing. At least 10. At least. So, I don't know. Okay. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's got me interested. I'm not totally tuned out of the NBA like I was last season when Russell Westbrook was just... I like what... I like Darvin Ham, though. If Darvin Ham gets us up into the top 6, he has to be a candidate for Coach of the Year.
I think y'all get top 5, top 6. I think LeBron will be a finalist for MVP. I think Darvin Ham will be up for the Coach of the Year award, especially how the season started to where it got
2-10.
If y'all if y'all end up in the 6 or 5, he's in that conversation for sure.
I agree. Well, shoot, man, we've been going on for about 46 minutes on this NBA talk.
Are you serious?